Hi, and welcome to another episode of Hot Takes with me, the Silver Fox. Now, there are calls for the entire Scottish COVID inquiry to be stopped. Not permanently stopped, merely halted. A gap in proceedings to be resumed at a later date. And the reason is that it is pointless trying to presume to advance this, to find out the truth, to see what's going on, while there is the mystery of all of Sturgeon's WhatsApps. These need to be cleared up. The whole issue needs to be cleared up. If necessary, going back to the people at WhatsApp and saying, please reinstall all these messages from your server so that everyone can see exactly what was said and done. Now, this will, of course, have two effects. Number one, well, it will have three effects, actually. Number one, it will provide truth and honesty and further evidence to the inquiry. And secondly, it will worry Sturgeon greatly because of number three, it will give the police investigating corporate homicide charges a lot more stuff to look at. And so this is over and beyond what the COVID inquiry will do. This would aid massively the police investigation into the sheer goings on between Nicola Sturgeon and Jean Freeman, much of which, of course, is going to be extremely shady, I suspect, allegedly. But certainly with corporate homicide charges, it certainly does need to be pulled back. And of course, it's been cases in the past where people there at WhatsApp have indeed reinstalled and, supplied the messages because they're not lost forever. People think if you delete them, they've gone. That's not true. And that's away now because of the actual police legal investigation into a criminal investigation. That is now gettable. So we'll take a look at this and see who's calling for this delay. So, Scottish COVID inquiry should be stopped until Nicola Sturgeon's WhatsApp's mystery is solved, demands a bereaved son. William Jolly gave evidence to the UK COVID inquiry last week and has insisted that the Scottish one has been compromised by the alleged deletion of the WhatsApps by Scottish government figures. No alleged about it, they definitely have. They've admitted it. Now, of course, the fact that this is now summarily under a criminal investigation as well means that the police do have the powers to go to a court and get an order to say to WhatsApp, please reinstall these messages and let us have them. This has happened before. WhatsApp have always assisted the authorities in this. They insist that they're not the NSA. They will, if given, as long as they get a court order, that suffice. And that'd be easy now for the police to get because it is such a serious crime that they're investigating. And of course, once they're made available to the police for their investigation, the police can simply hand them over to the inquiry. And the two can run side by side. And I think at that moment, you're going to see a lot of puckering of arseholes because the likes of Nicola Sturgeon and Jean Freeman will have been furiously deleting these things, allegedly, in order to stop anything approaching the truth ever coming out, because they know that it could be seen by some in the right light of day as being hugely problematic, to the point of possible going to jail for the remainder of their lives for crimes against humanity, allegedly. Sorry about the windy speech. Got to protect myself. Demands have been made for the Scottish COVID inquiry to be paused completely because it has been compromised by the Scottish Government's WhatsApp scandal. William Jolly, who was a member of the Scottish COVID bereaved group, believes that the mystery surrounding the deletion of correspondence by the likes of Nicola Sturgeon needs to be solved first. Yes, it does, and then that way the information is there, the whole COVID inquiry can look at it, and the police can look at it as part of their investigation, and the truth can finally come out. And some of the things that were said, that we think were said, which may well be very, very incriminating and may well be very, very damaging, can at least at last be shown, and then justice can be done and more seen to be done. The former First Minister has refused to confirm or deny whether she wiped her phone of crucial messages, and by that denial means undoubtedly we think she has. A number of other prominent figures, including clinical director Jason Leach, have also been accused of doing similar. He's even admitted it. And of course, the fact is that they were told as early as August 21 not to. So anything deleted subsequent to that is now basically a crime, and therefore they need to be imprisoned for it. Contempt of court. And the great thing about contempt of court is there is no limit to imprisonment on it. They go, show me your emails. I haven't got them. Go to jail for 21 days. Come back. Have you got your emails? No. Go to jail for 21 days. They can just keep referring, until you show them. I deleted them. Why did you delete them? Contempt of court. Go to jail for 12 years. It's limitless. And that's the great thing of contempt of court. Because it isn't one time. Every time you go, they ask you again. It's a whole new offence. You're doing it? No, that's a whole new offence. And therefore, there's no double jeopardy involved. You just keep going to jail. Super. They can keep you in jail for years. And they have done. There's been cases of people going to jail repeatedly because they refuse to speak. Anyway, the row broke out in October with Humza Yousaf being forced to... I forgot to say the name, but it's too late. Being forced to apologise for his failure to hand over key documents, which the UK COVID inquiry asked for. This includes tens of thousands of WhatsApps from government officials and cabinet secretaries, which they're desperately trying to keep stum about because they know that it will put people in prison. Firstly, not enough people, and secondly, I'm sure, not long enough. They were all complicit. This has still not been resolved, with the SNP ministers not scheduled to give evidence to the Scottish COVID inquiry until well into 2024. But Mr Jolly believes the Ferrari is overshadowing the probe, and it should be shelved until Miss Sturgeon tells the truth about her correspondence. Sturgeon, of course, is clinically incapable of telling anything even approaching the truth. She is a habitual liar. She lies about everything. I'm not even putting an allegedly there. She is a liar. He lost his father during the pandemic and gave evidence at the UK COVID inquiry last Friday. He hit out at the care home's treatment of his father as he claimed the boss lied about being by his side when he died. Gosh, don't tell me it's so. Lies everywhere. Mr Jolly was a member of the Scottish COVID bereaved group, but is no longer part of it, following a political disagreement. He told the Scottish Daily Express, I don't understand how we can have a Scottish COVID inquiry, an open forum where the party that are being investigated are openly accused of and not denying, not keeping appropriate records, deleting WhatsApps. There's that picture of her turning slowly into Peter Murrell. What a disgusting human being that thing is. He said the thematic approach to the inquiry is all wrong. It's all the wrong way round. All those who have been found to have deleted correspondence, WhatsApps, emails, should be questioned right now, and the inquiry should have them questioned to find out the truth and whether they have compromised the inquiry. And if they've compromised this inquiry, that's got to be a massive jail term, 20 years minimum. Said we cannot have an inquiry where this is happening. It's been fatally flawed by the reporting that people like Nicola Sturgeon and others have deleted messages. Of course she is. She'd rather be done for deleting messages than for, mass murder of thousands upon thousands of people. The Scottish inquiry has been seriously compromised and should be stopped until those responsible in the SNP for allegedly deleting vital evidence are investigated. These people should be called to explain to the public and the bereaved why they have not kept records and why they have deleted them and why they have altered them. Because if they do not do that soon, it's too late and it makes the inquiry false. He is absolutely right. And let's just come down to the end of it there. And of course, Sturgeon won't tell anything approaching the truth unless she's put to the, her feet are put to the fire. And I'm not talking about this in any kind of figurative way. I would willingly do it because she is an odious, lying piece of filth. She's subhuman. She is literally not human. She's a sociopath. She has no humanity in her. She lies freely about anything. She has no compassion, no empathy. She would willingly, destroy people's lives to push her political messaging, and she has done. And of course, nobody is ever going to hold her to account unless we absolutely agree to hold her to account now. And it's got to result in a massive jail term. Not only so that she can spend the rest of her life regretting what an awful bitch she's been, but also so that other people thinking of doing the same will think again. I'm going to stop now and I'm going to come up because I don't want to get angry about it. So there we go. I do agree with him. I think it should be stopped, and I think that this whole WhatsApp thing needs to be the major focus of the investigation. And charges brought. That's the important thing. Charges must be brought. But of course, Sturgeon will be worried now. She will be, and I mean absolutely shitting herself. Because if the police do go to WhatsApp and the police do get the court order and WhatsApp can supply all the messages, thousands upon thousands of deleted messages, and the police comb through them and see some of the things that she said and Gene Freeman said, then she knows the jig is up and that jail may well be the remainder of her life. God, wouldn't we love to see it? Anyway, I shall stop there. Thank you very much. This is my last video of the day, unless there's some breaking news or something big happens. Might be a flash video, something like that. The last of the sort of the normal ones. So I'd like to thank you all for watching today. You've all been marvellous, because you always are. I appreciate every single one of you, and I appreciate everything you do. You make it, worth me doing, because I just enjoy seeing you watch, and I enjoy the comments. I love the comments, and the humour there sometimes is immense. So thank you very much. But I will ask, we're very close to 9,000. I would love to get 9,000 by Christmas. So if you are a regular viewer and you're yet to subscribe, please, please, please hit the button. It massively helps the channel. And if you're a new viewer, definitely hit the button. It also helps the channel. But until tomorrow, when we restart this little ride all over again, I will say thank you and goodbye, and I will speak soon. Ciao.